And we're back in the attic. We're here without Charlie.
Yay!
Without Charlie.
Tim Sandy's here, lifetime guest.
Yes, I'm guesting tonight.
As always. And I'm here, Danny Mon, of course. Of course, right?
Of course.
All right, so coming up on tonight's 40th episode of the Attic Podcast, we're going to be
You guys
talking
believe
about...
we made 40 episodes?
If it doesn't feel like it, I think we're coming up on the year, the 1 year
the anniversary.
Yep.
Wow. I'm gonna get
Exciting.
you guys something special.
Why? It should be at 52, right? We haven't missed a week.
No, we've missed a week before.
We've missed some weeks.
Have we?
Right before we did the new intro and all that, we skipped a week.
I don't think we did.
We did somewhere in there.
Actually, we might have not skipped a week. Well, we messed around with the podcast before we put the first one up.
I remember because I listened to the podcast and Danny
Well,
was like,
technically-
due to a comical
Technically, it's
comedy
not.
of errors.
Well, it's not because we don't have the two of trainers on there.
Oh yeah, we got the missing episodes too. They'll
Yeah.
never be found.
No, I haven't.
Never.
You just don't want to put them on.
Just delete them.
All right.
I am.
You're only wasting memory.
Irregardless,
I
I'm
am.
using made up words now. All right. So regardless, on tonight's episode,
I like the made up word better.
All right. Irregardless.
Yeah, go.
All right. We're going to be talking about the PS3 exclusive PSN title Journey by
Game.
That Game Studio, the guys behind Flower.
Which
and
one?
What
Flow.
game studio?
That Game Studio.
They planned for that joke.
Yep.
People made that one
And
before.
then Sandy saw the Hunger Games, so he's going to weigh in on that.
I'll give you my personal
That should be
impressions of this movie.
that should be interesting.
Yeah, and that continues. That is now past the $200 million gross domestically. So
Yeah, but
There was a lot of people there,
I heard it.
and I went at like 10 o'clock at night.
I heard it's not doing that good overseas though.
It's because people are smarter
I
overseas.
can see that. I can see why it wouldn't do well.
Oh, you haven't heard that?
No, I didn't hear that.
Oh, my
But-
source may be wrong then.
No, it's probably right.
All
It's
right.
a hit
doesn't strike-
hits too close to
it's
home.
not a bit. No, it's not a very like what gets the foreign audiences is the big summer blockbusters. And it's not really a blockbuster. It's very grim and dour and slow. to
So,
begin
like,
with.
you mean-
It's slow. It is slow.
Yeah, they like John Carter with its awesome action and stuff and
I don't
stuff.
think they like. I don't think
No.
anyone liked
No,
John
they
Carter.
like thing.
I bet you they like the Tom Cruise movie. What was that?
G-
Mission Impossible.
Yeah. They love Mission Impossible.
Are they gonna make a 50 Shades of Grey movie?
Yes, there's a bidding war between the studios
there
on
is?
that now. Yes,
That's gonna be dirty.
Yeah, it is
dirty?
Well, the reason
I don't
why
think
that,
I'm gonna see that.
the reason why that book sells so well, it sells well digitally. It's an erotic fiction that's like #1 seller right now. It sells well digitally because people don't want to go into the store and buy
People
it.
getting off to that book.
Yeah.
Why? Because
All of
Ugh.
them are getting off
they're
that
afraid
book.
walking around
Gross.
having that being shown.
Yeah. So that's why.
So do
they
not buy a
them.
used copy of 50 Shades
Yeah,
of Grey.
don't buy Twilight used either. Gross.
People get off to Twilight.
Yeah, moms, man. Moms are a big market for Twilight.
Really?
Yeah.
But there's no sex, and is there sex? Oh, I guess she gets pregnant. So
Nah,
there's-
yeah, well, it's chaste love, and they like that too.
I saw there was a preview for Twilight in the Hunger Games.
Yeah, Breaking Down Part 2.
It was
Yeah.
awful. It was an awful preview.
I know.
Just her like running through the woods, and then it's like
She's got red eyes.
she's in the trees. And then
Yeah.
she's gone. It's like dum
Dung.
Wow.
on
Alright.
a Miss Tone.
What else
Alright.
are we talking about?
And then Sandy finished Mass Effect 3, so he's gonna
The real Sandy heavy episode.
he's gonna talk about it a little bit, but not he's not gonna get into spoilers. Just how upset he is with the backlash at BioWare on this. He's gonna
Give
talk
him a
about
break. It
Yeah.
wasn't that
that.
bad.
Hey, don't give it away.
You
Jeez,
What? I didn't give anything away. All right,
Give-
go.
I don't want to hear a diatribe here. Get off your soapbox for a
Oh,
little bit.
God.
All right, so that's on tonight.
Oh, we're
That's
not
what
doing
we're
the
talking
PAX panel?
Tonight. Oh, we're gonna do some. I couldn't find the
Well,
panels.
we
See if you
can
find
talk
it.
about PAX. We're going
I
to
can
talk
find
about
it.
PAX
We'll
a little
talk-
bit,
we'll-
which
we'll
is
talk about
coming up this weekend. So then look forward to that next episode. We're going to have a massive PAX thing. We're actually going to talk about games you haven't seen that
Yeah.
we've seen, and we're going to check out some panels.
If
So
you
we're gonna
don't
have
know
some
what
news on that.
PAX is, what's PAX, Danny?
PAX is Penny Arcade Expo. It's in its third year in East, and then there's one Prime that's on the West Coast that is currently in its like 15th year or something.
Wow.
So yeah, they've been doing that a while, and it's run by the guys from Penny Arcade, pennyarcade.com. They do a weekly comic strip about video games and sort of nerd culture. So they're very popular. They get like 10 million hits or
So
something like
is
that.
PAX 3 now more popular than like E3 and things like that? I remember E3 was the biggest like deal back in the day.
E3 isn't as big as it used to be, but E3 is much more harder to get into now. It's very industry centric now. But before you could have like make up a random blog and just get into E3, but now they sort of
be
cut
like
down
a
on the
magazine
riffraff.
or like a
Yeah,
relevant web page or something.
or GameStop. I don't know if GameStop
We'll just give them one of our
managers used to be.
new cards that we made.
Oh, I don't like the new PAX website.
Yeah, I know the new
It's
one.
not
for
that
Panel.
good.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You should have seen it on the DS internet.
I can This kid, right? He comes over the house. He's like, I gotta look up something, and he grabs on all my electronic devices. He goes for my DS to look up things online with.
I don't know how to use your phone.
I mean, I got a phone, I got a MacBook, I got an iPad, I got two
The MacBook
PCs
was in a
sitting right
case.
there.
The PC was sitting there too.
The
yeah.
PC was sitting right
The
there, and
screen
he
was
goes.
off.
He goes for the the DS was off. You had to turn that thing on.
Yeah, but it was right there.
You just flip it open and hit the on button.
You just walk over and you hit the on button on the monitor.
I just wanted to feel the velvety thing you
computers
put in
say what?
between.
My
That's
my
nice.
screen protector.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, you don't need that. That's a waste of money.
How do you? I didn't buy it.
I know you just
Yours
cut
came
it.
with
He
that?
just cut cloth. he
No,
just
no,
cut cloth.
that came in my iPod Touch inside the case, so it wouldn't scuff.
Ooh, you have an iPod Touch? I
Yeah,
thought you had a Droid. Oh, iPod Touch is not a phone.
no, it's an iPod.
Go on with
Why do you have an iPod and an iPad? You have a lot of
Too
crap.
many things, dude.
Why? What's wrong?
There's
What?
an
No.
iMac
What am
right
I gonna
here, too.
carry? What am I gonna carry the iPad around and listen to my podcast off of that?
You could
Listen to your own podcast. What
no,
are you?
no, I don't listen to my own.
put it in like a backpack.
That's gay. Then I have to carry a backpack, and when I can just carry an iPod in my pocket.
All right,
People with backpacks look like they're going places.
we are going.
I wanted to get a
places.
mail satchel, but I got yelled at.
Who yelled at you for getting a mail satchel?
I didn't get one. I wanted to get
A
one.
man purse.
Like a
Yeah,
mail?
yeah,
Oh, like
yeah.
mail, like a I thought you meant like the thing the mailman carries around.
That's what.
Yeah,
it
one of
looked
those.
Like, yeah.
One of those 3-wheel things that they push.
Yeah. Okay,
No, I
yeah.
didn't.
No,
want
no,
one
like
of
Oh.
those.
a satchel, man.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it goes over.
Yeah,
A satchel, man.
a man's satchel.
A man. Yeah, and I got denied. Access denied.
They wouldn't
Who-
sell it.
who
Why, you're
denied
not
you?
manly enough?
Kristen,
Who's Kristen?
my girlfriend, she said
Okay.
no.
You know that.
No, I don't know her name. Sorry.
Jesus.
That's why she said you're weird and awkward.
That's why you guys don't get along.
Good. All right.
All right,
So let's talk
stop.
about Journey.
Journey.
I actually beat a game, everybody.
I actually beat a game too.
I could have beaten it because any asshole can beat that game because all you do is walk and jump.
You
Blow around
fly.
in the
You
window. a
fly
little bit.
too.
you chirp. Don't forget to chirp.
Yeah, you chirp at things.
If
I
you
don't-
like songs of orchestral,
Nature.
yes.
I can honestly
Perhaps
tell
you'll
you
like this
guys,
game.
you're probably gonna hear it on the outro for this week's cast.
Some music from that.
Yeah.
It's pretty. One of the things you can say about the game, it is very relaxing music. Well, most of the time, it gets a little
It is
somber.
pretty soothing. I guess if I was
Yeah.
like angry and pissed off and I started playing that, I'd probably be like, "What the fuck is this?" and shut it off immediately because
Because I want to walk
be-
around, be shooting people.
I would probably want to blow some heads up. But I guess it is kind of relaxing.
It's very melancholy too, because the world is all. You start the game, you're this lone character with the, like almost like a burqa you're wearing, pretty much. You look like an Arabian night.
I don't know if
I
I'd call
don't
it a
know about
burger.
I'd say you
it's
look like
close to a burqa.
you know, in like elementary school when you want to make a ghost, you'd wrap the tissue paper and put the elastic around the top.
Doesn't look like that.
That's what the characters look like.
It
With
wrapped
little
its-
pointy legs.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe a little bit, but
No, that's what it is.
wicked pointy legs.
it
And
looks.
they blow around like tissue
you
paper.
you
too.
look like Aladdin.
No, that, no,
You don't
what?
look like Aladdin
That looks
at all.
nothing like
Not
Aladdin.
Aladdin
How
at
do you
the
look like
beginning.
Aladdin?
Not
What?
Aladdin at the beginning when he's out in the
Oh.
desert.
I don't think you're right at all there. I don't know. I
I've
haven't seen
seen-
that movie in a while.
Well,
He
I've
doesn't
seen-
have pointy legs.
I'm talking Aladdin
Aladdin doesn't
animated
have
series.
pointy legs.
Animated
the
series.
cartoon?
No, actually, no.
Animated
Aladdin.
series.
Aladdin, the King of the Thieves one, when his dad shows up. who's
All
the
right,
King
dude.
of
I didn't get
Thieves.
into the Aladdin
Yeah.
sequels. I think that came out when I was like
Direct to DVD
19 or
movies.
something.
No, it didn't.
Or whatever.
When I was 19, is that what you said? That came out way before.
All right, the
that.
point is, you look like an Arabian guy.
All right.
Does that
Okay,
work?
I'll buy into that.
All right, so you're the lone character just walking in this huge, vast desert area, which it looks very nice. The sand, Sandy commented
Oh
on
my
the
god,
sun.
game is gorgeous.
Sandy
the sand
commented
and the sun
on the
effects,
sand.
the lighting and the sand, beautiful,
It does. It is good.
beautiful, and the effects of the guy walking through the sand, the
Yeah.
way the sand moves.
Especially when
Incredible.
there's certain areas
Best
in the
part of the
game,
game.
where your character slides down on sand and you're pretty much like almost snowboarding on sand.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
like-
pretty cool looking.
I was gonna
Snowboarding.
go with surfing on the sand, but I guess you can.
Sand
Surfing, sand surfer,
Snowboarding.
I think
works
that's what
too.
they should have called it. What's it called?
Journey.
journey.
I guess that works too.
But yeah, so there's no dialogue in it. It's just one character, and it's a soothing type thing. Journey.
I think
It
the
is.
multiplayer is fantastic.
Yeah, and they incorporate it real interestingly, where you're just walking along in the desert, and suddenly some guy can just walk into your game, and it's just a random guy, and you can't talk to them or text them or anything. There's just a little chirp button you can hit, and it can help charge up there. That you sort of have this thread with you that you can charge up just by hitting that.
Well,
if you're
think
near
it's
a
not
guy.
a thread; it's a scarf.
It's a scarf. You're right, a scarf.
That's
Right.
how they
Scarf.
make the little ghost top.
Yeah, but you can
Yeah, the ghost.
you can power it up though by being next to a guy and
Yeah.
chirping, or you can be next to
You don't need to chirp to be next to him to power up. Just being in the close
Oh,
proximity.
really?
Yeah,
All right.
I think it makes it power up quicker if you
You
chirp.
chirp,
But
yeah.
if you just next to him or close to him,
Right.
it just does it.
But most of the
Yeah.
time when I saw another guy, I'd walk the other way because I want to
like,
do
"Fuck
my
you,
own
mother-"
journey. He was like, I don't want to talk to internet douche guys. I'm just going to go up here and get my... And then there's these threads floating in the air that you can charge up on that, and they charge up your scarf, so then you
Yeah.
can start flying.
It's a lot of charging.
Well, because you need to jump to a lot of jump/fly to areas.
Yeah, there's not so much puzzling. There's not too many puzzles.
No, because like I heard that there's puzzles. I wouldn't call a lot of these things puzzles.
It doesn't seem difficult. Like where like
It's not. You just more like, am I going in the right direction? I feel like it is. Because a few times, like I got turned around and like,
I
Well,
would
that's
have liked
'cause
to
the
seen
wind's
some. They
blowing
should have
everywhere
added.
and
I know
sun.
it's supposed to be a relaxing game, but they should have just thrown in some frustrating fucking part where you can climb to the top of something and just fall all the way down. and
there
have
is
to
a
redo
certain
it.
part where the wind is blowing against you and you can get knocked around a lot. But as long as you're like walking forward, it doesn't ruin it for you, but it slows you down. You know,
Yeah.
like you have to actually do stuff to play it, but it's not hard, which I sort of like. It's definitely more of an experiential thing. You know.
For sure.
I like it though. I like it a
Yeah.
lot.
There's a lot of walking into light. You're always heading towards the light.
Well,
Just
you're,
at the
you're
end,
heading
though.
towards this mountain that's in the distance, and you're climbing up certain ways this way.
So do you have
way.
any idea what's going? Or basically, the outline of the story is you're on a journey to get to this point, and there's no reason or rhyme to
Yeah.
what you're
Well,
doing.
there are certain other characters you meet on the way, and they're clothed the same way, except they're all white, and they sort of feel like they're like almost like spirit type things that sort of
They're
guide
guiding you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they look out for you. In a certain
You don't
way.
really meet them though. You meet them at like at the end of each world.
Yeah, and the guy's like, well, the guy doesn't say anything, but he shows you this like painting, pretty much of what you've been on and what you're gonna go see.
It's like glyphics. Like
Yeah.
remind me of Egypt.
yeah, it's very hieroglyphy.
We can speak well here
Yeah.
on the Attic Pod.
We're professional podcasters here.
Professional. We've done
We
40.
took vocal lessons.
We've done
and
40 of these.
40 podcasts, and we still can't speak English.
And one, check it out. Wait for that on YouTube.
But it's a $15 game. Do you think it was worth the $15 for you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play it again because you guys totally ruined my journey experience.
We were
Why?
talking over it. Like
Yeah,
I
we
played,
talked over all the not talking in this game.
yeah, I missed the
but the
beautiful
music and stuff. And
I see, like before you guys showed up, like I felt like so much deeper into the game.
Enthralled.
Yeah, into the game.
I thought I was that tissue paper man.
And then you showed up and trying to use the internet on my DS, and I was like,
Why is that distracting?
It was just.
and I was telling you, don't go that way.
Yeah, he was telling me like I missed. I was supposed to figure that out on my own. And I honestly feel like I missed. Like you find these weird glyphic things, which makes your scarf longer, so you could fly longer, and
Yeah.
they're pretty well hitting. Like
A lot of them, yeah.
One-
yeah, I missed a few.
I know I feel like I missed a few too because there would have been.
You definitely did.
Thanks, Danny.
Oh, you missed a lot.
Oh, man, you
fucked
fucked
up. Fuck, dude. I don't even know why you played through that game because you missed everything.
Yeah. So.
You missed all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Not really.
Sex
So-
scene.
What?
There's
Yeah.
a sex scene.
No, that's not.
A QTE sex scene like God of War.
Quick time.
I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. This game is very peaceful. You can let your kid play this.
I I'm probably
Your
play
kid
it.
likes sex scenes.
I'll probably play it again though.
I might play it in a week when I'm feeling a couple weeks from now when I'm feeling down, just to get the pick me up. I'm gonna go on a journey and elevate myself to a higher plane of existence.
Why don't you just go on a journey in real life? You walk
How long
down
did
to
that
the
take them
corner
to make
store.
that game?
Well, Flower was
About
their
an hour.
last game, so it's 3 years or something.
That long?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of sound effects they had to work in
That's
and
a
stuff.
3 years. Come
That's
on.
a long time.
The
What
internet
are they, like a
code.
small team? They're like
Yeah.
3 guys doing this?
Well, I think it's like 8, but Flower I think was like 2 or 3.
Did you play
guys.
Flower?
No, I haven't played Flower
I
yet.
played a
What was
little
the
bit
one
of
they
it.
did before Flower?
Flow,
Flow. I
which
see.
is sort of a.
It's about the
It
mental
looks like
cycle.
it looks like Geometry Wars, and you just kind of.
looks like what? What did you
You
say?
said the menstrual cycle.
Oh,
That's gross. No, but it's kind of like Geometry Wars, where
Gross.
you're like these things that eat other things, and you just flow around. It's like a combination of Geometry Wars and what's that Caterpillar game?
Centipede?
Centipede. Yes, it's kind of like
Centipede
that.
is not a
Yeah,
caterpillar.
Whatever you want to call it.
so do you think they progress better like each game? So do you think Flower is better than
Yeah,
Flow?
Flower is way more relaxing and definitely more of a stoner vibe, where Journey actually
what?
feels like a game. What do you
No
know what Flower
stoner
is?
I've played Flower.
Yeah, you're
You
just
blow around in the
you
wind.
no, you don't blow around. You are the wind, and you blow seeds everywhere and make
Whatever.
everything all green again. But you're actually you're in the mind of a flower on the windowsill who just wants to go outside into the real freedom.
Really? Is that how that ends?
Yeah.
Trippy.
No, it doesn't end. You start.
You totally
each,
spoiled that
each
for me.
level.
Spoilers.
Each
you didn't
le-
even say
I know.
spoiler alert.
Yeah, each level is a
Nice.
flower planted on the windowsill in a pot. So you go to one level, and then you the wind, and you just make everything green again.
I prefer pies on the window.
Well, this game feels more like a game than the other
I
one.
see. I never play Flower, but I saw some video of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, Flower doesn't feel like a game, really. Just like,
which is a cool thing too.
this is, I guess it's all right. I don't
But
know.
I really
dull.
really enjoyed Journey though. I'm definitely gonna play it again. Probably within this week.
Yeah, it's $15, but I mean you pay $11 for a movie, so this can give you an emotional experience
I
that's
think we
maybe
should do
even better than most
some
movies.
Journey for the outro.
What? Wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
I
Oh, God.
We're gonna do karaoke later in this episode
Yeah.
too. Once we run
Stay
out of
tuned for
topics.
No, God, Gary.
We
Okay.
can do some 8-bit radio.
Nah,
Remember that?
everyone hated that.
But yeah,
that
Flower.
was a
Flower is might push people off just in how arty farty it is, but Journey is a little more
Arty
easy.
So what would you give it, Danny? Give me a number on the Attic podcast scale.
6 out of 7 on
The-
the Attic
6?
podcast scale.
on the
yeah.
Attic podcast scale of 7,
Yep, 6 out of 7.
6.
I probably would give it a 6 too. I might have given it a 6.5 if you guys didn't ruin my experience.
For
Oh wow.
a downloadable game like a PSN game,
Yeah.
I think that's tops. I think that's as good as you can get on a PSN game. I'll
Yeah.
give it a 7.
Oh really?
You didn't even play it.
He experienced
I
it.
experience,
nonetheless.
you know, anything
You were
done, I
so
could've done,
hypocritical about it.
Huh?
This game sucks.
Critical, not hypocritical.
All right, critical. Yeah. I'm going to go on the internet on the DS.
He wasn't
That's
playing.
because the
though.
internet DS was distracting me.
You didn't even play
I wasn't
it.
talking
You
about the
can't
game
even-
when
you
I
can't
said
even
this.
give
I
it
was
a-
talking
you
about the
can't even
DS.
give it a
internet.
score. You didn't even play it.
I can do what I want.
It's his life, man.
All right. What's up next?
Speaking of what you do, what you want, you saw the Hunger Games. We already
he,
talked
did, he
about.
didn't
we went
want.
in
He,
depth,
he didn't
but-
do what he
That
wanted
wasn't
when he
what
said
I wanted, but
Yeah, you didn't want to see the Hunger Games, but you got roped into the fandom.
yeah, you
the
know,
fandom.
Yeah.
everyone around me sees it and reads the books, and like I felt left out. But
Are you gonna read the books?
no, dude. Maybe I'll read like the first 100 pages. That's how I read.
I think it's the first one is 100 pages.
Oh, good. I
It's
can read the
young
book.
adult novels, man.
Sweet. Well, Harry Potter was a young adult novel, and that thing was like 800 pages long.
Well, the later ones, but the first one I could read that in a sitting.
I think I read to when he got
It's
the
because you
letters.
sit
and
for
then
like
I was
8 hours.
Yeah, you do a lot of
Yeah,
sitting.
you can read 5 hours sitting. Yeah.
Do you like to
Yeah,
read?
normal people don't have that much time.
Do you ever
I don't
read
know about
outside?
Yeah.
Or oh, you do?
Yeah.
That's weird.
What do you mean? Like on my
The
porch
sun-
or something?
Yeah. You
Uh,
just
no,
grab
it's
a
usually-
chair and
It's
sit
usually
out there
too
and-
bright, but yeah, I've done that before.
Oh, weird.
I read on my breaks at work too.
That's how you read
Yeah.
when you have nothing better to do.
Yeah, I finished China Mayville's book, the
The
Kraken.
wrestler?
No,
China?
no.
Oh.
He's an author. He's actually writing a DC comic
Is
book.
he
coming out.
Chinese?
No, he's English.
Oh.
But his book is The Kraken is pretty much about London and like a bunch of like cult groups and like
Does the Kraken make an
Crazy.
appearance?
yeah, the Kraken does make an appearance. It's like a god of this cult, and then like there's a bunch of like people fighting over it.
All
And
right.
London's about to
So the
be
Hunger
burned in the
Games.
There's
apocalypse.
374 pages.
Of the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
That's 274 pages. Too much.
That's the. Are you sure it's that long?
I'm positive.
That's what the wiki page says.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't wiki
Felt
never
quicker than
lies.
that. I read it in. I read the first one 2 days. Actually, I read.
Yeah,
you know,
that's one sitting. 2 days is one sitting.
You remember Lewis Thatcher's novel Holes? I read that in a day.
Holes. I've read Holes.
Holes is pretty good.
Holes is
I
big
watched
for me
the
in the
movie.
5th grade.
Did you like the Holes movie?
I never watched
I never
it.
saw the
Oh.
movie.
The movie's not bad.
You know, I read the book. The book was better. This is the one time I could say that. Even though I didn't see the movie. Movie could be better.
The movie's fine.
All right, so what'd you think of it? What'd you think of the story?
Of the
Um,
Hunger Games, not Holes.
Yeah, not Holes.
Holes?
Holes is good
You
though.
want to hear about Holes?
Isn't the guy?
The
What's his
Hunger
name
Games.
Shia LaBeouf.
in it? Yeah,
LaBeouf,
Sheila
yeah.
Buff?
Sheila Buff.
Yeah. That guy's a douche.
No, I like him. He's actually
He's
in,
terrible. What has he done that's good?
I don't know. He's gonna be in John Hillcoat's.
He did that,
Lawless.
That show on Disney.
Stevens?
Even Steven.
Maybe that was like
He was sort of funny. In
the
that.
only thing that suited him, really. I feel like
Oh, he
he's so
did
out
a
of place
Disney
in
Channel
every
original
movie. he's in.
movie where he plays a retired kid.
Did he go full retard?
Oh, he went full retard.
No,
I would like to see that movie.
Was that
now.
Simple Jack? Are they gonna ever
No.
make a Simple Jack?
No, I don't think so.
Damn it.
I would like to see that movie. All right, back to Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. All right. So basically, you got this people who are living in the past and these people who are living in the future.
They're not. You make it sound like a crazy sci-fi concept now.
And
the past, and
merge.
the future collides, and then there's a hadron collider
Hey,
that blows
We
up
heard your
atoms and
description
stuff.
last week. Let's hear mine. And then they collide, like you said, and the future people come with the Dream Police and Lady Gaga.
The Dream.
Yeah, watch the Cheap Trick video, Dream Police. Those people are in it. And so they come, they snatch your people up, taking your children, and they bring them back to
And then watch Gladiator.
some future city on a train. They
It's
go
a
on
sweet
train
train,
to a
though, right?
future- That's it's like an Amtrak.
Was moving
think-
right along.
I think it was.
I think it was a
going pretty fast.
maglev actually, but whatever.
Yeah, I get a mag.
All right, go on.
And so they get to the city.
Mhm.
What happens when they get to the city? There's a shit ton of Lady Gagas there. They're all dressed up like fucking wacky
Meat suits everywhere.
meat suits and fucking
Get it? I'm a piece of meat for you
rings around
people.
their heads, and I don't know, it's weird. And they're all really uppity, rich assholes,
Pompous assholes.
pompous, very. And so the people get there, and they gotta try to impress them, and they do some training because they're all gonna fight and kill each other later.
It's a
And,
terrible synopsis. I'm bored of it.
Are you getting to the end now?
Get to the end.
I'm getting to it. She shoots an apple at one part. I like that part where she shot the apple. Spoiler, sorry.
Oh,
She doesn't miss the apple. If you hear about this.
the one out of the pig's mouth.
Yeah, the pig's mouth.
And then Wes Bentley looks around and is like, "Oh God!"
All right.
That's
this,
the actor who plays
goodness
Seneca
gracious.
Crane.
this is where we're getting into the end. So if you haven't seen the movie, turn off this podcast. No, don't turn it off. But okay. So they go fight in the woods. They come up an elevator. They all run in. A bunch of them die immediately, which I did not expect to happen. I didn't know they were all going to come out in like the same room or the same like little area.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to come out in different areas and all fight each other from.
That might have been that's a different way of doing it.
No, people like Bloodsport better.
That's probably true.
So
If you guys were coming out of those tunnels, would you guys go running in for supplies?
no, I would run in. I would run away. Like
I would
a
find
coward.
a knife, slit my throat, and then just die.
Why? Just eat the berries.
Oh yeah, if I could find the berries, I'd do that.
I would find some.
No, I just let someone kill me. I just sit there and
You would
I wouldn't participate.
You wouldn't.
No,
You'd just sit there.
I
Well, basically eating the
I'd
berries.
fight back.
Eating the berries isn't really.
yeah, but I gotta find the berries. I'm not participating at all.
I don't want to find. I don't want to move.
I don't want to move.
So you're just gonna sit
No,
on that
actually-
pedestal that you come up out of the ground.
No,
with?
no, I'm just gonna step off it immediately when I get up there. And
Why
just
do you
blow
have
up
to
on the landmine?
Oh,
Real quick.
right at the
Yeah.
I
beginning.
forgot the landmines.
Yeah,
are there.
before if you go too early, you just blow up. That's what I
How
do.
do
in
they
protest.
avoid the landmines? Like once they
They get turned off once the timer goes off and the game starts.
No, because they set them all around the.
Yeah, but they're not timed anymore.
Oh.
You can still dig them up, and then the guy does techno babble and makes them
is that
live
techno
again.
babble in the book?
Yeah, there's a lot of techno babble in the book.
Oh yeah, and by the
No,
way, the
did they
name,
show
the,
them reactivating them? Cause
No, but they mention it. Like
the names in this thing are awful. I thought the girl's name was Candace for half the movie. and then
Katniss, it's a
pronouns
flower.
like Katniss or something,
it's a flower.
whatever. And Peter is Peter, and
That's because
Everyone
he's the
is-
son of a baker.
everyone is very close to actual names, but not quite. And all right, so they're fighting. Everyone dies, and the cat and Peter live, and that's it.
All right.
All right.
So, what do you think of the movie, though?
I don't really agree with the themes of the movie. I don't. Not that I don't agree with them. They don't
Resonate
they
with
don't
you?
appeal to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, appeal's
So-
better.
So I didn't really like.
Well,
that.
why don't the themes appeal to you? You don't.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of kids. It's like
Yeah, it's how far our society can go for entertainment.
yeah, but
you
the way
know?
they do it, it's not like the way they present it as like a child's kind of thing. Like it's
a young
like
adult,
a young
one.
adults
Wait,
movie
you
with
mean
like
it's-
adult
it's
themes,
dumbed
some
down?
adult themes.
It's
Yeah,
dumbed down adult themes. And that's
yeah.
what you
It's
don't
not.
like?
It's not like real enough for me. But
It wasn't bloody enough, is what you're saying.
well, no, they had some blood and violence. I didn't really notice any shaky cam problems.
How
by
did
the
you
way.
not notice the shaky cam?
It never. I noticed it, but it never like.
Oh,
It didn't bother you.
Yeah,
I
was
don't
like,
want-
is this what Kimball was talking about? Because this isn't that bad.
I don't like
Yeah.
it at all.
It was right at the beginning. That was it. Right at the beginning of the Hunger Games, there's the shaky cam.
And
No.
Well, the whole movie's shaky cam, but
I mean, it comes up in like random spots.
yeah, when there's action.
Yeah, and you can't see it because the camera's
I
moving
definitely.
all
You
over the
probably
place.
did. You probably had a huge problem with the Bourne movies.
In the theater. Yeah,
The second, what's the difference at home and the theater?
I don't know. It doesn't
you
bother
get
me.
sick.
It doesn't bother me as much at home.
You just have motion sickness problems, is what I'm getting.
Just with movies then, because I never
Yeah.
get sick anywhere else.
What about on a boat?
No.
Have you ever been on a boat?
Yeah, I went fishing for a day.
What kind of boat was
Where'd
it?
you go fishing?
Was
Out
it
of
a
Gloucester.
dinghy?
Oh, Gloucester.
It was a
yeah,
big boat.
Gloucester
I
fisherman.
think it
Then.
was like an 80-footer, maybe. 100
Or
foot.
just some boats? You know boats.
What?
I was on the
it's a little
Renovaccio.
It's not a big boat.
A dinghy?
Yeah, a dinghy. He was rowing out of Gloucester. That'd be awful.
All right.
Alright,
So what else didn't you like about it? What
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 about
did
the
you
acting?
give me
Yeah.
what you did like, what you didn't like,
Yeah.
what you would have changed. Let's go.
All right. A lot of the there was some good acting, and there was
Who
lot
was
of-
good? Who was bad?
the cat girl was
Katniss
good.
Everdeen. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, Oscar nominee.
What's his name there?
PETA?
No,
Woody
he wasn't
Harrelson.
that great. Woody Harrelson.
Oh,
was
he was
good.
great.
He wasn't as good as I really like Stanley Tucci. He was
That the president guy. What's
Donald Sutherland.
Oh, he
Donald
was
Sutherland was good. I
You
mean,
didn't
the
like-
people who you expect to be good were good, and everyone else.
the
you
talk
could tell
show
were not
host
on
guy
this-
though, Stanley Tucci. Did you like him?
He was all right because he was such a character. You couldn't. It's hard to say how good his acting.
I loved him. He was awesome.
But like, I mean, a lot of people is just like the children. I thought were mostly bad actors. Like, oh, when that little black girl died, I was like, this is the worst acting I've ever seen. And she's like crying, and
What, the
From
girl was crying?
From the black girl crying?
the little one that got hit with
Rue.
the spear.
Yeah, Rue's acting was bad.
Yeah, it
that
was
actress.
bad. I didn't like when she was.
I
back.
didn't think she was that bad.
It didn't bother me, but her death
It's-
was bad.
It's tough. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's tough to tell how bad because she didn't like say anything.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if they don't sell it to you, then that's bad acting.
It didn't.
You
it
can
was
blame
really-
You can blame it on direction too.
the
but-
way they killed her off though is just like kind of not good.
yeah, there's no impact to it. She didn't even like get knocked back. If like someone throws a javelin at you, you're gonna get knocked back, especially if you're a little kid.
She was small too.
I didn't see any pain in her face though. She had the tears, but it was like
she was in shock.
maybe.
Yeah, you don't. It's like you ever get hurt real bad and you don't feel it right away.
Um,
Then you like.
Until the cold seeps up.
Then
over
later
your
on
body
you're
and you
like,
fall asleep.
shit, this is bad.
and I don't know
All right, now let's get to the good parts.
what parts.
The good parts.
What you
Good parts?
What were the good part?
When the
Besides
mov-
Woody Harrelson.
When the movie ended.
Yeah.
When the credits played.
Those words started scrolling down the screen. I don't know. There's good parts. See the movie if you want to find them.
Wait,
All right.
way to dodge the question.
Would you go again, like
Would I
knowing
go
what you
again?
know now
Would I see the
and
sequels?
going back into your past self? Would you say past self, see this?
No.
Would
you
you
gonna
say
Because I was
stay
playing
away?
Mass Effect 3 and I left the ending of Mass Effect 3 to go see this movie.
All right.
Yeah, I can
I
understand.
would have rather had just beat Mass Effect 3,
Okay.
which I did later that night anyway.
Now the sequels. Are you gonna see the sequels? Excited at all?
Ugh.
I gave Sandy a synopsis on the car ride
Not
here
really.
about what the future holds.
The way you describe it is just like, it just seems like it. I found the movie a little dull in that there was just a lot of like
Exposition.
boring converse. The dialogue was not that great, I don't think, and there was a lot of it. And it's
There
like-
wasn't any amazing dialogue, but I mean, it served its purpose, really.
yeah, but there's like fucking too much of it. Like,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well,
All right, so would you give
no
it a
sequel for
score?
you. Yeah. At a
As-
pocket
as-
scale.
As usual, I knock things a lot, but it's not that bad of a movie. It just doesn't appeal to me that much. I'll give it a, out of the Attic Podcast 7-star scale, I give it a 5.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's
Yeah.
not a bad movie.
Oh, what did I give it? I forget. Did I give it?
You guys all gave
5.
it 6s, I think.
I gave it
Yeah.
5.5.
I don't know. I think you
6.
gave it a 6.
I gave it 6. Yeah.
So we should probably write those down.
Yeah.
So moving on though.
Moving on, Mass Effect 3 ending. Sandy, you finished it as you later.
Finished Mass Effect 3. I found the ending was it served its purpose. Like, I didn't think it was that bad. I don't know what all the uproar
But you
is
did
about.
you did just go from 2 to 3. Like you started playing 2 and then you played 3 right after. So you don't have a lot of stuff built up for 3, you know. You didn't wait 2 years for this ending of this whole trilogy.
I guess.
You haven't been there since like 2007 and like waiting for this, or when it came out, 2008, the first one. Like you haven't been there since the
Well,
beginning.
I was
So
reading
you
on,
have less expectations.
I was
think.
reading online, and people's biggest problem, or so it appears to me, is that like you go through all this trouble getting all these like species and aliens ready to go to war, and you collect all these things up, and it comes down to basically
a choice you make.
two choices or 3 choices you can make, and like people are pissed off is like, why did I do all that build up and collect all these people when it just comes down to these choices?
All right.
and, like,
yeah.
Yeah, but I thought the problem was they said their choice that they would have picked wasn't a choice.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people want to choose to rely on their resources that they've gathered, as opposed to just like, okay, I don't want to spoil, but
Yeah.
do
Okay. Yeah. So you can do this thing or this thing, but
Yeah.
all this stuff I've been doing this entire
but
game doesn't weigh really on this final decision.
yeah, exactly. And then there are multiple endings depending on your resources, but I mean, like, basically, it's they're microscopic differences in the total outcome.
It's not like
of
the ending of Deus Ex where you can like decide the world's just
Yeah.
destroyed or some utopia is created.
Basically, you're going to get like one of 3 endings.
Well,
and
also because it's a whole Mass Effect universe franchise, they don't want to destroy the future of the franchise. You know, they want a way to tell different stories within this universe just later on.
but I do have a problem with the people calling out for a new ending. Like, you can't take something that these people created and say, well, what you did sucked, and like make it
Redo it,
again.
yeah, redo
like,
it.
this is what they wanted. Like,
You can't
have
pull
to
a Fallout
respect
3.
the artist's decision. Kind of.
You can't pull a Fallout 3 and just like completely change it.
What they do at the end of Fallout 3. they
Well,
changed
Fallout 3, you could either end up sending someone else to die or you would die, right? If I
think.
remember.
I don't remember at all,
Or
honestly.
but one of the options was that you could do is send in your mutant Fox, and Fox would end up living, and no one would die, and that could have been an option, and they didn't give you that option. And then also people were upset that if you sent someone else in, you couldn't play the rest of the game. It just ended.
So they
then
changed it?
They changed it where you could send Fox in, no one dies, or you can send someone else in, they die, or you can keep playing afterwards too. So there's other.
Yeah, but that's because
adventures
that
in it.
game was broken. Like you couldn't play anymore afterwards.
That's not broken though. That was the end of the game. The game ended.
No, I heard
Well,
differently. I heard
thing-
like
No, no.
I heard the end of Fallout 3 was broken.
No, it wasn't broken because it was a legitimate
Broken.
ending to the game. The game ends and then it gives you like
A
this
subtitle.
this-
Liam Neeson reads something
Yeah.
at the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, or Ron Perlman narrates something about what happens, and then you read your endings, like the old Baldur Gate games by BioWare and stuff, or like the endings of Mortal Kombat. Like if you do a certain character ending and it just reads you, Raiden did this and went on to do this.
Yeah.
Like that was the ending of Fallout 3. And people didn't like that because in the previous Elder Scrolls game that the same guys worked on, you could finish the main quest and then go back into the world and
Do the
do other
side
quest
quests.
lines. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this game, it had a definitive ending. And you didn't know once you reached a certain point that you're at the ending. So that's why people were upset.
That is, I could see people getting upset at that.
Yeah.
Because like you want to do the rest of the side missions, but you don't know the game's gonna.
That's
end.
why I like in games where you're coming to the end and say, this will end the game. Are you sure you want to do this? And you can say, no, I want to stay back in this
Well,
world
the thing
and finish
with
things.
Mass Effect 3, once you beat the game, you can go back and continue it.
If your character's still alive, right?
No,
Spoiler.
even I don't want to spoil, but even
All
if
right.
they die, you can go back and
Okay.
they're back alive.
That's kind of
again.
spoilery.
If they die, doesn't
All right.
necessarily happen.
You get there's choices. But yeah, I'm definitely of the opinion that if you have a story to tell, you should be able to tell that story and end it.
Do you
Like,
think they shouldn't have to change the ending?
no, they shouldn't have
No.
to change it at all.
I don't think they should have to either. But
Yeah, I mean,
'cause a bunch
they
of
gave
whiny
you they
people
gave you they
can
gave you a
play.
game that's what? How many hours? 30 hours probably.
It's like 40 hours a game if you're doing all this stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like all 3 games too. That's a long,
it's a
many
lot of
hours
stories, yeah.
of like good gameplay and like fun storytelling and all that stuff. Like
yeah.
maybe not the best gameplay at times.
Well, we already know your opinions on that.
I think Mass Effect 3 is much better in gameplay wise than 2. I haven't played 1.
Yeah, one's
Well, it should
hard
be.
to
It should
play.
be better. You know, everything should progress to be better.
I think the game deserved a 10, honestly. I heard it got a lot of 9s, but I think graphically it's like pretty incredible and
But is it a huge jump from 2 to 3
I think it is. I think it is.
graphically too?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
is huge difference.
You didn't notice the huge difference?
No.
I think it's much more.
If you look at 1 though, it's a huge difference.
See, I don't know 1. I don't know why they wouldn't release 1 on PlayStation. That's fucking
Because
retarded.
Microsoft published it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awful though. It's
Well, until Microsoft was going to publish the entire trilogy until BioWare was bought out by EA Games.
yeah.
And now BioWare pretty much kind of runs EA a little bit. They've given the doctors their own section of it. The doctors who
So
are the
BioWare have anything coming up? I like their games a lot of time.
they're working on another Dragon Age. Like
Ugh.
that's in the pipe.
Just let that
Third
series
Dragon
die,
Age.
please.
Oh, come on.
Why the
The
new
first
one's-
one wasn't even that good. The second one I heard was even worse.
No, the
First one was
second
alright,
second one had a lot of trouble. More in they kind of didn't know what they wanted to do. They wanted to make an action RPG, and then they also wanted to keep the old RPG elements, and then it's kind of stuck somewhere in the middle. But I thought the storytelling in 2 was much more interesting. But they did have a lot. The game was rushed. You could tell it was rushed. So 3 has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I heard 3 is supposed to be good.
Really?
Hmm.
Why? You've heard someone play 3? No one's played 3. No one's seen it.
No,
I
but
didn't know
I've
3 was
heard
gonna
from
be good.
I heard it on the grapevine.
That one
dude.
panel you went to?
Yeah, that one panel.
Speaking of panels, do we have panels? Did we find any?
Yeah, we found panels.
All right.
Let's talk some panels.
Yep.
PAX.
So
What's
that's Mass Effect 3.
No,
but
that's massive.
we already went into what PAX was, so
We did.
it's the expo that's this weekend coming up. So we'll have a podcast reporting from that. but
Next week will be huge. Make sure you tune
Are we
in.
doing? We do Sunday night or
Yeah, we're doing a podcast.
on Sunday night?
Yeah,
It's gonna be a long night.
be prepared.
We can do a long episode probably.
I don't know how long it'll be, but we can do it.
We can do a little longer
Yeah.
if we'll get
Until we
the
run out of
things we
shit.
need to talk about out of the way.
Yep. So if you don't care about us talking about the panels we're gonna think of going to during PAX, I would say don't listen to the rest of this episode. But if you do care about
Listen
what's
to the
going to be
rest.
there, listen to it.
We're gonna tell you some interesting things that go on here.
Am I just gonna read them off?
No, don't read
just
them
look
off.
at the interest. What do we got? What do we got?
What
that's good
interests you
here?
right now? All right, this is Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Let me scooch over.
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Get
Why don't you
right in.
come on over? You can help.
I looking at the panel thing, they're not as good as last year's.
No,
were. There's
definitely
a lot,
not.
There's a lot less interest to me in terms of podcasts and stuff.
Who's doing the keynote? Do we know?
Jordan Mechner, the creator of Prince of Persia.
We're playing Kino.
No, the keynote address to the whole thing.
Where do they
Like-
do the keynote? Do they do it upstairs? In
Yeah,
the main
they do it in
thing-
the main theater. Yeah.
Are
So-
we gonna go to that or?
As much as I like Jordan Mechner's work, I don't think I'm really interested in
What he has
listening to
to
him,
say?
because David Jaffe, who did the PAX Prime keynote, he's a lot more interesting of a public speaker, and he'll always say something that's going to rattle somebody's cage. So that's why I definitely wanted to see it. But I mean, Jordan Mechner, there's a lot of other stuff that I'd rather check out. Than,
Yeah, like the show
um,
floor.
Yeah,
the show floor.
there's a lot of weird like panels too. So there's like one that's like gaming for grown-ups. It was
Yeah.
like there's just gaming
Yeah.
and mental health.
There's a lot of D&D ones too. It's like, how do I play D&D, and ask the dungeon master, like Q&A stuff.
Yeah.
But I think there's a Saturday one. Irrational Games has a panel
There's
talking
a
about.
perfect dark panel.
No, that's a tournament. Perfect
Oh, it
Dark
is?
I
tournament.
feel like if you just combine gaming with a minority, you can get a panel here. Gaming
right.
for Indian people.
gaming for lesbians.
Yeah, like lesbian gaming panel.
There's always like a female gaming one.
Oh, yeah,
girls
girls in
in gaming. There's
Also-
there's a Geometry Wars tournament. I'm thinking about going in that.
There's
You
there's
going?
Mario Kart DS.
Yeah, I don't care about that one.
You guys
Is that the 3DS though, or is it just the DS?
No
one?
idea.
Because I'm not quite as good at the 3DS one.
Yeah.
I'm not that good though, because when I was playing there last year,
Yeah, just with people online and
yeah, there was a few people who came out. I'm like, how is he so much faster than me?
Ooh,
Just
Uncharted.
I just couldn't figure.
stuff. Oh,
it
what's
out.
the Uncharted one? Is that like a post
An
Uncharted?
Uncharted 3 story, the Chateau, Creation to Ashes. Are those the multiplayer ones? I don't know.
No, the chateau is the level where everything's like burning down.
Yeah.
They have the
Oh, it's how they created the levels, I guess.
that could be interesting.
and then yeah.
So you get a lot of behind the scenes. Ooh, BioWare and Mass Effect. Speaking of
Yeah,
Mass Effect.
they've got a BioWare Mass Effect panel, which I kind of want to go to that just to see how
wanna
much
see-
crap they
yeah,
get. Like
the
people are
people
gonna be
are
like
complaining.
upset.
Oh,
They're gonna be like,
that's gonna be good.
"Why did you do this to my game? You
pencil
guys
that
have
one
ruined
in.
everything."
We're going to that
We're
one.
Excuse
we're
me,
going to that one. Are
excuse
you
me.
coming? Are you going Friday night?
I'm going Friday.
Are you going Saturday?
I don't
No.
know. Maybe I could
No?
if you guys have an extra thing.
We don't have an extra.
We don't. Why? Who's going Saturday?
Your brother's going.
I know that.
Nick's going Saturday and Sunday. The
Oh.
reason why we have an extra one on Friday is because Nick can't go Friday because he's got school.
Oh, but Charlie's.
But
back
there's
in-
a Dragon Age panel too that I want to see.
See, this is how I reviewed Journey because video games aren't just for playing. Gameplay as Spectre Entertainment.
Spectator Entertainment.
Spectator.
Yeah, that's gonna be more about like what is that, StarCraft, which is big.
Oh really?
And
oh,
like,
yeah, it says Blizzard in here.
Yeah, it says the MLG games and stuff.
Yeah, like Halo.
People like to just watch people play StarCraft.
Oh, dude, StarCraft is on Korean television.
Oh, Geometry
actually-
Wars too. Is that what
Yeah.
you're gonna do?
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a little.
Was it a tourney?
a little tournament
You're
action
gonna
there.
get spanked, dude.
You think?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'd
He's
get
pretty
spanked.
No,
I would
he's
get
not
spanked.
as good as
though. Not
people
as good
though.
as like look at some of those videos on YouTube.
good. Yeah, but doesn't
pretty
mean that
nuts.
they're gonna be there.
I know. That's why I'm thinking I have a chance. You know,
What, you been practicing up? You been trying it out?
I don't have to practice, man.
I'll
I'm
stand
just
outside the
good.
door and I'll ask people, "Oh, have you played this game before?" And anyone is like, "Yeah,
Well,
I'm top 10 in the world." I'll be like,
Hey, my Pac-Man score is pretty high up there for a while too.
"I'll take a bat to the leg." Why?
Yeah. Why?
You're gonna help me win the tournament by breaking people's arms.
Super Smash Brothers tournament.
Yeah, who cares
lot of
about the
tournaments.
Yeah.
You want to go to the
Street
App Nation
Fighter.
Live?
The what Nation Live?
App Nation Best in Mobile Games.
No, I never want to go anywhere near that.
Who's
I
playing
hate
Friday?
mobile
Are we gonna
games.
go Friday?
Oh, is this the new Dragon Age? Dragon Age Dawn of the Seeker?
Oh.
No, that's it might be the video that Felicia Day did for it. That's like a webisode type thing. It's a movie.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
There is a Dragon Age panel about the future of Dragon Age as a franchise.
Are we gonna go to the Friday night concerts? Who's playing?
I don't know, somebody.
Oh Jesus! Metroid Metal's back.
Metroid Metal, they're good. They play Metroid music, but metal.
Mini bosses.
Yeah, they're like a I don't know, they're a band.
Oh, Aerosmith's there. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
They're playing Pac-Man Fever.
Mm.
Giant Bomb has a panel Sunday, I think, or
Yeah, I
Saturday
think it's
night.
Sunday.
Yeah, which
You wanna
Giant
go to the
Bombcast,
street-
that's
Do
always
you
a
want to
good
break
one.
into RPGs? That might be one for DK here.
Breaking? Nah, I got broken in by Reckoning.
Broken in.
Which kind of RPGs though? Is that pen and paper though?
We'll check it out for you, and we'll let you know. It doesn't really say actually.
No, just say breaking in. How hard is it to break in? You play a game. The
Well-
game comes up, you play it.
Sometimes you have to. It can be confusing, and then you're like, I don't want to play this. But if you force yourself to play for a little while, then you get into
They have
it.
a Street Pass network connecting
Mm.
panel.
That's where he's gonna be hanging out
Yeah.
all
Just
day.
everyone just street passing.
You wouldn't even really need to go there. You just get enough just being
Some
there.
Warhammer stuff, Danny. I know you're all about the.
No, I'm not
Space
that into
Marine.
Warhammer. I like the universe, but I'm not that
Radio
into it.
Free Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
Doom.
Doom.
Is that a tournament? I don't know.
That's
a Doom tournament?
Pretty sure it's a tournament.
Original Doom? I'm down for that.
Yep.
Yep.
64 players.
On Doom?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's
cap.
64 players in the tournament, not
okay.
in the single Doom match.
It's not a lot of
If it's the
people. You have
original
to get
Doom.
there early. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's not
sign
a
up
lot.
early if you want to get in.
Yeah.
Oh, Epic Games has one. You want to go to that one?
What is that one about? Is that about
For fans of Gears of War franchise.
just Gears?
That's all it says. Yeah.
Cliff Blazinski.
Yeah. He's a interesting guy.
Hmm.
Jazz Jack.
Why do they make anything besides Gears?
Yeah,
they
Unreal
did
Tournament,
Infin-
man.
They did
Unreal Tournament. Yeah.
And also they
And,
published
Infinity Blade.
Chair's
they do.
game. Yeah. Well, that's Chair Entertainment, who's owned by Epic. They're from Utah. They're a bunch of Mormons. They also did Shadow Complex, which was pretty good. And then
you guys
the-
want
the
to get
Irrational-
into some steampunk?
no.
Me either. That looks awful.
The Irrational Games one looks pretty good though.
Oh,
about
yeah,
designing monsters.
Now they got Mario
Yeah.
Kart 7 Roundup, so that's the new one.
All right. Well, I don't care about the tournaments, man.
All right.
You don't care about the turn. You just said you're gonna do the.
You want
I
to go to
was
the
thinking
joystick
doing
show?
Who's on that panel?
Uh,
I don't know anyone at Joystick.
Who did we go to
anymore.
last time? That was.
Giant
All right.
Bomb.
Well,
and-
we went to a Giant Bomb one, and then we went to
Ta-
two.
Talk Radio.
no.
No, they don't have a panel.
What's the one? Game Scoop.
Oh yeah, Scoop doesn't have a panel.
I think I only went to Scoop. Did I go?
Yeah.
to
No, you went to Giant Bomb because they
Did
had
I
the
go
band
to-
playing.
Yeah, they had the band. Okay, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
That was pretty good.
That was all right.
That was okay one, right?
You know, I was just mad because you guys said we could go to the bar afterwards, and
Oh.
then we didn't go.
I like how Charlie got so upset when Jeff Gersman was knocking on Bomberman, and Charlie's like, "No, that's a good game," and like
Yeah.
people looked down.
Then he said something about Schilling too.
"How do you not know Kurt Schilling?"
Yeah, that man's a hero.
And
was
then,
that in the bomb panel?
No,
that was
yelling. It was
that
in
was
one- it was in one of them.
that was at the Reckoning panel.
It was
Yeah, but someone also said we're from Philly and something.
Do you wanna
Charlie's
go to the
like, Philly sucks.
Kickstarter panel.
Not really.
No.
I think Sandy should go to it just so he can stop his hate on games made through Kickstarter.
Oh Jesus!
Which, if you must know, Wasteland 2 has reached its goal and it's at 1.7 million. So
Did you
new Wasteland
give
2.
money?
Yeah, I gave $50 to that one.
50?
I get a box copy out of that, man.
What's this? Have you heard of
Why?
Fallout?
Why did you give that $50?
Because I get a cloth map. a
Does that
box
look
copy.
appealing to you? That
Cloth
game?
map.
Yeah, I like the first two Fallouts.
Can we hang it on that wall? Because I feel like
No.
on the,
I've got a Dragon Age cloth map too. If you want
Hang that
that,
on
of
the wall?
Ferelden.
we need some decoration in this room. It's kind of dull.
Well, I'd say you can use
anyway,
my
have you heard
Skyrim
of
dragon.
Fallout Nuka Break?
Yeah, I don't know. That's some movie. There's a lot of weird
That's a
stuff,
movie?
but I don't know what it is. I think so. It's a fan made movie or something.
Weird.
I know. There's a lot of weird.
You don't know
like,
a family
panels.
fun thing. It's clicking on weird things over here.
Sorry.
Yeah, what are you doing? They
I'm
do have
clicking.
a panel on pinball machines.
Oh,
Do they have-
really?
do they have the
Pinball
arcade
machines
here again?
Yeah, they do have the arcade.
Excellent.
So arcade games on free play. But there's a panel all about like old pinball games and stuff. They have a Dragonlance panel too, just about the universe of Dragonlance, which is weird.
What is Dragonlance?
It's a fantasy book series from like the 80s. It's not very good, but
It's
people
a couple
read 'em.
Kickstarter
like
panels.
kids.
Yeah, it's the second one.
What's the second one about?
The future of independent gaming
yeah.
Kickstarters.
Oh, who's on the panel?
A bunch of assholes.
There's one actually I'm thinking of checking
Matt
out.
Blum,
How do you say that name?
Cindy Au,
AU.
All right,
Red Hicks.
Yeah, these are all like
Brent Hicks. He works at
Fred.
Obsidian, right?
no game publisher of Evil Hat Productions.
Don't know what that is.
These are a bunch of
Oh,
nobodies.
there's one about community managers who used to be journalists that has like Dan Emmerich, who now works at Activision. He used to write for OXM and Game Pro, and then
That's all
some
there
guy
is.
used to write for
yeah,
Gamer.
you know, there's
There's
Green.
not a lot of good panels.
not a
Yeah.
bunch of great ones really.
There's a couple interesting ones.
Finding
though.
the soul of your game.
Yeah.
Mm.
That sounds deep.
There's not a lot about like actual games that are coming up though.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel like there's a lot more for the PAX Prime one because it's just at a different time where they can show a lot more.
You think so? Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like,
Like
last.
E3 is two months from now when PAX is, so everyone's like working on the build.
I
for
just feel
E3.
like last year though, like there was this, or there's so many more panels. Like, we gotta go see this one. We gotta go to this one. Because
Yeah.
like we didn't like. I wanted to see Uncharted. You guys wanted, what was the one you guys wanted to see?
Reckoning.
Reckoning.
BioShock Infinite.
There was
BioShock
the
Infinite,
Deus Ex one.
Deus Ex.
Yeah, that was,
Well, Rational has a panel too that I'm
They do?
definitely gonna go see. Yeah, it's about monsters, designing monsters and stuff.
It's about monsters.
Monsters. It's about the monsters.
the mash?
the mash.
The
Alright.
monster.
What are games? They have a sneak, like what big games they're gonna have at all?
No.
No,
Or
not
you just
really.
can assume
But,
the upcoming games.
In PAX though, the best part is like seeing all the like indie games. Like I saw Orcs Must Die was there, and then a couple of ex Bungie guys had this like side scroller shooter that was pretty cool.
Plants vs Zombies
Yeah.
was huge.
Bastion was there once.
Yeah, Bastion.
which was a big show there.
It should be a good time. Sounds like we're gonna have more time on the game
Yeah,
floor than we
which would
did.
be nice.
I hope they do the floor better than jamming it all
I
into
heard
one
they're
corner.
gonna have more area to work
Thank
with this
God.
year, but
Because like
I don't know how it's
when we
gonna work.
went, because remember they didn't even fill up that whole one they had.
Yeah, they had that whole empty area and they crammed it all
Yeah,
in the
and
corner.
then they had the tabletop gaming that was. By
I'm not
itself.
saying that because they broke it off in the thirds, and that part of the third they're in, like they had like 20 feet up to that wall that
Oh,
they
yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
fill in.
yeah, they had like tables
I
and
don't
stuff
know if
there, but
that's
there's no
like
one
a.
sitting at those
I don't know if
tables
that's
ever.
like a fire code type thing where they can't.
What the
do
fire?
it.
I think the
Fuck
fire code would be
fire code.
worse cramming it in.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Everybody was trampling each other
I
to get
know.
out of that little area.
I'm dying.
Yep. All right, but that is still gonna be interesting though. You meet a lot of interesting people there and stuff. People who play video games and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna be handing out some cards.
Oh, the cards.
Business cards, yeah.
Business cards.
Business.
So if you listen to the podcast and you're there, say
So if you
hi.
get-
Come get a card. You can frame it, put it on your wall.
We're gonna put
tell your
the-
friends.
Should we
Tell
do an
my
email
friends,
thing
or-
on the back of the cards? If you get a card with an email and you write us an email, you get a special gift of some sorts.
Yeah. Yes. Hey,
I
if you
guess
want a
so, sure.
prize, send us an email. We'll figure out
Yeah,
something.
we gotta find free stuff to give away while
We'll
we're
find
all
some free stuff,
swag.
yeah.
Tchotchkes
We got
and
swag
such.
coming out the
Oh,
wazoo.
we're gonna go to the Gearbox panel, see if they get Borderlands 2 again.
Oh yeah, Gearbox has a panel. That one's gonna be pretty good. They're probably gonna talk about Space Marine, not Space Marine.
I'm
aliens,
not going.
aliens. No, I mean,
I'm not going.
I mean, aliens, colonial marines. They'll probably talk about that. And they'll
Like,
definitely show
that
some
looked-
Borderlands 2 stuff.
They
That looked
definitely
good.
should.
Yeah,
Do you
Some of
think
the
Borderlands
screenshots.
2 will be playable?
it could be. Probably not.
When's
but
it coming
could
out?
Be,
End of the year, probably. Q4.
No, third quarter, I think. Somewhere. Oh, I wonder if Darkseid. I don't think THQ has a booth because they're going through monetary problems. But I would like to see Darksiders 2 there, but I don't think it's gonna be
You
there.
don't think it'll be there?
No,
It probably would be.
I don't even know if THQ has a booth though,
Yeah.
because like I said, financial problems.
Yeah, but
But if
it would,
Darksiders 2's there,
it would make
I'll be
sense for
awesome.
them to do it though, because it's adding hype to their game.
Yeah, well, they don't really have the money for it.
I don't know. I gave them some money.
They
They have a Kickstarter.
If Darksiders 2 is there though, I'll be one happy camper. I'll just play that repeatedly.
I'll stand over your shoulder and say, "Well, that's stupid. That
Yeah.
sucks. Why is it doing that?"
That game
Yeah.
looks bad.
But I wonder what a good thing is going to be. So the last 3 times we've been to PAX, they've had Knights of the Old Republic there.
Yeah, it's finally gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's gonna be
that
gone.
that took up so much area.
yeah,
too.
and there was a huge line for it.
I was looking at videos today because I was showing someone like they're like, "What is PAX?" I'm like, "Here it is this," and they showed like the Old Republic. I'm like, that area took up so much area,
Yeah.
and now it's gone.
Yeah, and like also Skyrim won't be there, which was big at PAX Prime
Yeah,
and stuff.
Did that
So-
game blow up, by the way, Old Republic? I don't hear
It
a lot
did
of
good.
chatter about
It blew up at the beginning, but you know, it's they're already
Not old
doing
enough.
they're already doing like
Yeah, it's free to play,
giveaways
right?
for like the
not
free
free to
day.
play.
No, they do free days sometimes, like free
No,
weekend.
It's free like
No,
up
it's
to a
not
s-
free to play. No,
No, up to a certain level.
no, it's not.
I thought it was.
It's not.
That's what Bono said.
No, he's
Well,
wrong.
why do you believe
No.
Bono anyway?
No,
I
that
don't
was-
believe that guy.
That was just for a weekend. They've done that for a weekend, free weekends of
Oh, really?
up to a certain level, and then like World of Warcraft does like free up to 20 now.
So
Little
Warcraft still has a stranglehold on the.
Yeah,
open
Warcraft
world
still
RPG.
has around 10 million subscribers. I think it might be dipping down to 9 million. They've got a new expansion pack, Mists of Pandaria, where they have a new race of pandas that you get to play. Pandarians.
Kung Fu Pandas.
Yeah, you can be a panda monk. That's going to do huge in
awful.
China though, because they love Kung Fu Panda.
They love
love-
Jack Black.
They love
over there.
they love it. No, they love pandas. Anything with pandas, like that's our country. The panda. Oh, we're
We're the
hunting
same
into
way with
extinction.
bald eagles.
Yeah,
right?
we are the same way with bald eagle.
we?
That's
No,
bald
we're not.
eagle. Hey, oh,
They should make a bald
Hey,
eagle in it
Bald eagle.
That's what-
eats the panda,
with like.
and the
machine
panda
guns.
gets eaten by the
That's
bear
American.
from Russia.
From Russia.
Yeah, Russia bear.
All right. So, anything else you guys got to say?
I think I've aired out all my
Your laundry.
laundry.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
So look forward to the big PAX episode coming up.
Yeah, should be a big
Look
one.
forward to that. It's gonna
We
be huge.
may do some video during the show at PAX.
We
So,
sneak a camera in.
You can
The
check
camera's
that out
allowed in
on
there?
youtube.com/Attic Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So-
check out our new channel. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to that.
Yeah, get on there.
We're gonna have some. Also, we're gonna do some looks at some video games. Where we
Oh, check
talk
it
over
out.
and
Are
stuff.
you talking about check it out?
We're talking about check it out. Yeah,
Yep, we got this new thing on the show that we get to hear us.
Is that copywritten?
Check it out.
Yeah.
Let them come find us.
Did you steal that
Yeah.
from someone else?
No,
I don't know. That could be that.
original.
Is that
Something.
trademark?
we didn't. We didn't call. We could call them FAPs.
FAPs.
Faps?
Yeah,
That
full
sounds
access
awful.
previews.
Full access previews.
Yeah, we could FAP later if you want. No, that was a
I don't
Games
wanna
Radar
do that
thing
with
that
you.
doesn't. They don't do that anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
But Giant Bomb started this thing. GiantBomb.com started the big thing with like people talking over the videos. Like they did quick looks, and that's actually what convinced me to play like Darksiders. The first one is I saw one of those. It got pretty good reviews from a couple of reviewers I like. But then they did a quick look that was pretty interesting. So it got me to play the first Darksiders, which I loved.
Really?
yeah,
So yeah,
So-
we'll be showing off some games there.
some check it outs. So
Lord knows I got a lot of games. So
We be gaming.
we be gaming. All right, guys. Or wait, do you want to say our review is on iTunes?
yeah, review us on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at a podcast. Like us on Facebook. Share it with your friends on Dig It, Reddit, whatever you want. Just share it online. Tell people about us, and then yep. Thanks for that.
Spread the word. The
All right.
good word.
See you guys.
Of Jesus.
Oh God.